I do want to get to the Golden State Warriors because they had their ring ceremony last night. The rings had to come out of the sky at one point, and then also the ring is a reversible, even though every person who tried to demonstrate this on television had a hard time then getting the ring back on. But what happens is that top part comes out, and then you can flip open the side. First of all, I think it's a little, I mean, you have a ring where it comes apart.
Zach
Are you just inviting people to lose the top part?
I was very nervous for Kristen Ledlow on TV when she tried to demonstrate it with Steph's ring. I was like, they gave her Steph's ring?
Right.
That's a lot of pressure.
And it didn't go well for her either. It's those are, look, this is what's supposed to happen. What does this tell you about the Warriors? They say the reversible is because they won back-to-back titles. The fact that they had to kind of do all of these elaborate things, does it tell you anything else about them winning?
I mean, look. We talk about a team that's won 3 of the last 4 championships. I think these guys have a lot of jury. You have to be creative. I mean, you just don't want to, right? You just don't want to have the same piece of jewelry that you received the previous year. You got to approach it like you approach your season. Every year is not the same for these guys, so why should the jury be?
Oh, we work with Scottie Pippen. He seems okay with his 6 non-reversible rings. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Despite being without Russell Westbrook last night on the other side of the equation, the Thunder did keep it close to the Warriors for most of the game. So I just wanted, before we go to break, what stuck out for you about Oklahoma City last night, Trace?
Schroder. I mean, wow. He was phenomenal last night. Defensively, offensively. You know, I just think when Russ gets back and he's able to play like this, they have a extremely solid backup that brings a lot of value, and they really don't lose a lot when Russ goes out of the game. He played really well.
Yeah, that's been a sore spot for them for years, including last year, how bad they are when Russ is on the bench. I'm interested in how he and Schroder fit. I don't think we learned anything new. They still don't have enough shooting. I think their power forwards were combined 4 of 16 or something like that, Patterson and Grant. And just as long as Roberson's out, that other wing, who is that going to be? Is it going to effectively be Schroder and Russ together with PG? I mean, the Diallo kid looked kind of all right. Ferguson took 2 shots in 27 minutes.
We think Roberson's going to be out even longer than expected now, right?
Yeah, months.
Right, and we saw how that affected them last year, Tracy. It's now going to affect them at least until a third or halfway into this season. What'd you see from PG?
PG struggled a little bit in the first half, but he picked it up in the second half. I thought he was kind of rushing a little bit. You know, you look on the other side, you got KD doing this thing, and Russ is out, so I got to lead these guys. And I think he was kind of forcing the issue, but I think he settled down in the second half, and he looked like the old PG to me.
Look, it's the opening game of the season. Guys always talk about being like a little rushed and overexcited. Then we saw the first half of that Celtics-Sixers game. Had a lot of that going on. You're in the building where they've all gotten their rings. Obviously, Paul would like to be getting a ring one day. I can kind of get that for the first half. I was also interested in the Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook dynamic because, just because Russ was on the bench and eating in his street clothes doesn't mean that these two didn't interact. And sure enough,
what is going on with these two? I don't know. I thought they were cool. Then there was some friction. And
some people on Twitter were saying they were kind of being a little good-natured with each other. That didn't look that good-natured to me.
I mean, look, we saw them.
It looks like Russ was probably over there jawing at KD. KD made a play and looked at him.
Do you think KD maybe made a comment on his pants? Like why don't you have pants that go all the way down? Are your legs cold? Why are you wearing those pants?
Maybe he wanted one of Russ's snacks.
Could be.
Maybe that was you didn't share your popcorn with me, and I wanted some.